Hi, ohayou gozaimasu. So this is part 2 of the beginner's guide to doing a 2-arm handstand. So in the part 1, I kind of stressed the importance of alignment. That's really the most important thing, the alignment. Basically having the right alignment between the tip of your hands all the way across your shoulders, or your arms, your shoulders, through your lats, through your stomach, all the way down to your legs, to your toes. If you can find the alignment, you really don't need so much muscle or anything. Just basically, you'll find a balance there. But of course, it's going to be useful to also have other understanding in your user body. And of course, the core is not necessary, but it will be useful, especially as a beginner who cannot quite find alignment yet. So yeah, the core for handstand, the core around here, and this is really the beginners. So I'm gonna give you just like a couple of exercises that just comes in my head, and it really doesn't have to be something really heavy. You know, I see people doing these like I don't know what they call it, the V-sits, all these stuff, and also like really lifting your both legs like this, which is all pretty good. It's really good exercise. But I'm gonna start with you with very simple exercises. So yeah, firstly, to stabilize the core over here, you don't want your legs to be wobbly like this, right? So you have to just keep it tight. And first exercise I'd say is just be in this position and just hold it tight. You don't have no need for tense, but just tight like this. Just focus. It's like meditation, you know, like this position. Okay, hold it for I don't know, just 10 seconds, 20 seconds. After that, just slowly move your shoulders sideways. You can be on your knees, you can be either in this lotus position. Either way, I'm just doing it like this so you can see me properly. But from this, I'll give you like a couple of exercises just to fix over here. First one is just go sideways a little bit like this. So dropping your shoulders down, up. You shouldn't be suffering so much. It's not like a heavy exercise. You know? It's basically just understand the core of fixing. And every time you're on the bottom of here, make sure you feel the stretch and feel a little bit tension through this side. When I do this side, it's over here. So just do a couple of those. And after that, try to also, now instead of dropping your shoulders, keep the shoulders same horizontally, but go sideways. And that should really also, it's kind of similar, but you're stretching upwards like this. Again, this one's going upwards. So this should really just make you understand. And then the third one is instead of like this or this, try to go sideways. Just like twist sideways as much as you can. If you can almost stop over here, that's okay too. But just try to do a little bit more. If you feel any pain, don't do this one. It's not really good for you. And then the fourth one is try to just lean a little bit backwards. Not so that you fall backwards, but just, and without using your hand, okay? If you really need to use your hand, you can choose it a little bit, but just feel it a little bit. So basically, the understanding of all these exercises is not to really strengthen, but rather to understand how it feels to fix your core when you're doing handstands. So that really shows that it's not necessary to have a strong core, you know, but rather just a stable enough core so that you don't wobble around. So just kind of go backwards sometime, go a little bit side to the back, and when you do this, go a little bit backwards, and now try to start twisting a little bit. And it should really help you engage all around here. And the core isn't just in the front, but it's also around here in the back. And for that, I'd say, again, this is just very basic. Just, it's not supposed to be strenuous to your back, but rather just go to this kind of like your horse position, whatever position it is. And from here, just try to compress your stomach up, chest in. Get a hollow back. And now, this time arch. So it's even more like a warm-up stretch. You kind of really loosening your back, loosening your core, and now up. And every time you compress in, make sure your abs are tight. But very important part is just your compression over here, and it really just it's very good for planche too. Just understanding, just learn this hollow back position, so you end up using your lats and your core instead of your lower back. once you got that, just try to lift your legs a little bit. This again is, you don't have to go really high, just feel a little bit tension on your lower back. Try to go up to horizontally if you can. Straighten your legs if you can. Keep your knees bent if you want. Make sure you do both sides. Always, whenever you're training like one leg exercise, make sure you do the other. You don't want an imbalanced body muscle, you know. And as well as that, I'm not sure whether I stressed this, but of course, it's really important. As I said in the alignment yesterday, to keep your shoulder angle open. This is just like being able to do exercise like this, holding a book or holding whatever, and just trying to lift up like this. And this is self, as well as engaging your shoulders, your upper body. It does engage in your core too. So just bend down like this. This is actually really hard. I think for beginners who's starting off, you don't have to do this one, but try to just go a little bit like this, you know, like kind of like baby position, and from there, just open up your shoulder angle. This really should feel engaging over here, and also a little bit across your lower back too. Not too much. And that should really help you understand being able to fix your position like this with your handstand. So important thing is to be able to compress your chest in while keeping your shoulder angle open. And why you do this, even just doing this again is like the first exercise I gave you, just being able to just stay in this position straight. So not your chest up, sticked out, but rather compress straight. Just being in this position, but try to raise your arm up in the air like this. And this is a fantastic exercise. It's probably the best exercise you can do for handstand. Just try to hold it for even a minute, up to a minute. If you can hold it for 1 minute, this is fantastic. And as well as that, you just combine all the core fix. And once your cores are fixed, your legs really isn't too important compared to your upper body and your core. Your legs, you can start just playing around. However, once your shoulders are open, once your cores are fixed, then this is just whatever it wants to, you know. You can tuck, you straddle, you can do straight, you can do pike, you can do lotus, whatever. But yeah, the most important, as I said, is upper body and the core. And just merge them together and you get a handstand. Well, at least a basic for a handstand. And then in the next session, I'm gonna try to start teaching you guys handstand, like your hand position, being able to keep your arms straight and being able to find a balance. But yeah, hopefully this understanding of basic core strength will be helpful towards you, not just for handstands, but for general health and for your planches and for other calisthenic exercise too. Enjoy.